Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Danny Chess, and today we will discuss about this is the continue from the episode few days ago about me when talking about the first person, right? This one is a little bit different because this will be the last person, right? The last person to live in the earth, actually on earth, or so I would say. And yeah, but first we need to know, right? When will this happen, right? The time where there can only be one person left is probably post apocalyptic event, and we'll stick to that, right? In that case, like a global apocalypse, right? That caused global mass destruction, right? Where like basically everyone that will wipe the whole population of human, right? Everyone except you will be the last person, right? Of those instance, right? Where as a result of apocalyptic event, right? Let's imagine if that is me, right? If that person is me, what am I going to do, right? Well, first, I will already realize that I'm screwed, right? Basically, I'm basically screwed because what will I do, right? Different from the other one, which is the first person, because there is the first, therefore there will be the second, right? Which in this case was women, then you can reproduce more people, right? But this one, it's a little bit more terrifying actually, because you are the last person, like, I mean, literally the last person. There will be, there won't be anyone else after you. Therefore, you cannot, reproduce again. You cannot, you know, make more human basically, right? And this is quite terrifying, right? Because you basically is the last person on earth that will be the witness of the extinction of your species, which is human race, right? um if that was me, then again, I will already know that I'm screwed. I cannot, recover from this. I can try to survive, but my how long can I survive really, right? Let's be realistic, right? What is the lifespan of human anyway, right? It can be like 60 up to 100 something years, right? And once these years has passed, then I will die, right? And I cannot have more people, right? Because I'm literally the last person, therefore I cannot have more, the next generation of me, right? And I can only spend the rest of my years until the time comes, right? Or of course this can get very depressing at some point, right? Being alone on earth, no nothing you can do. You just accept your destiny, right? These thoughts that just think, why will I wait until the time, until the clock runs out, right? If I can just ends it right now, right? So I don't have to suffer for the rest of my life anyway, right? Maybe those type of depression will come to me, right? But yeah, that's just possible, one of the other many possibilities that will happen, right? That's like from mental, you will be attacked, mentally, knowing that you cannot do anything to fix that. And yeah, there's that. Also because we're talking about apocalyptic event, right? uh, that basically caused every human possible to be gone except for you or me in this case, as the last person. It means that just think something big, like what about the nuclear power, the nuclear power that needs people to watch for them, right? To attend, 24/7 basically. Anything else, right? uh, Yeah, just think about that. This can go off at any moment, right? Because there's no people, looking for that. Maybe like in the boiler, the temperature gets increased too highly. There's no coolant that will suppress the temperature, and the temperature keep rising, and it can explode anytime, right? Causing nuclear fallout basically, which can also be harmful for you anyway, right? Basically stuff that can happen, bad stuff that can happen without human, right? um without any sudden human that look for them, right? And then like wild animals also, right? Because they are at cage, right? They can go frenzy at frenzy state at any moment, just they're just bursting out of their cages, going to the street, being harmful, right? They can, just get into places where, dangerous stuff can happen, right? Maybe like at nuclear site and stuff like that, right? Maybe there is like a bird that get into building, starts pressing buttons, right? That cause something to happen, right? And again, your condition can also get worsened because of that, right? And then there's also like the apocalyptical event itself, like for instance, if this is like a meteor, right? There can potentially be another one that come down to the earth, right? Because meteorite, they come, they have mass, right? Therefore anything that has mass will uh, you know basically surround that, right? It means that there can be another smaller one that will come down later on, right? Like another meteor that falls, right? And then it can cause another thing. For instance, it will it can crash into the ocean and cause the ocean to have tsunami and stuff like that, right? And depend on where you live, you can be affected because of that, right? And again, you can be not safe because of that, right? um Again, like if that is me, just assessing from my condition, knowing that I cannot have more people, then I know that I'm not safe because of human made stuff that can go wrong without being observed or attended by human, right? Like nuclear power that I said earlier. And then another apocalyptical event that comes soon after the first one, right? And just mental attack, like I said, depression, of because of it's a problem that cannot be solved, right? There is no way fixing it, right? Because you are literally the last person. But yeah, but I think what happened to the last person is, um you know they probably, because of their they know that they are screwed basically, in a bad position of being the last person. I think they'll just stop caring, honestly. Like whatever happens happens, right? Don't care anymore. If I die, I die. If not, then I continue my life for the last time, right? Just watching the race of my own species goes extinct in front of my eyes, being the last person to witness that. Also, being the last person to live on earth basically, because like after that the earth will be empty, right? There won't be anything happening to earth after that. Just the thoughts of that, right? Yeah, I'll probably stop caring for that. I honestly, just do whatever I can, right? Maybe I'll just spend my time, just eat stuff at my home, just sleeping, I don't know. At this point, probably there will be no more electricity because, the power station, basically the power station, or what do you call that? Power generator, the place where, that can generate power will shut down, right? Because there's no person, right? Then stuff went wrong, stuff goes wrong, and then it just doesn't work anymore, right? You may not have electricity, and then um, you know, your phone probably still goes for a while, if you conserve your battery. But then again, you don't have, you maybe don't have internet, right? Because again, it's probably got, turned off for some reason, right? Maybe, because there's no electricity, then there's no power to run that, um, you know, uh, the internet provider, right? Or maybe they don't have access to the satellite anymore. Maybe you have something, maybe you have internet, who knows, right? But you just open your Instagram, and then just watching, no one makes stories anymore. Just watching, you go to YouTube, and then just search from literally any video that is, that just uh, gets uploaded maybe today or that day, and you find none, right? Because no one uploads anymore, because there is no one, therefore no one uploads videos anymore, right? And then just watching Twitter, probably, just checking out on Twitter, and um you know there is no one tweeting at live, right? Because there is no one left. Therefore, it's just basically dead, right? It's like empty, basically. um it's just, there's no one else. You are basically alone, literally alone. Even if you have internet, like I said, who you want to call or text messages to, right? Nothing, no one else, because there is no one to receive your message anymore, stuff like that. And then you, maybe you still have electricity, right? And then you turn on your TV, basically, and then, you know you search TVs, and it's just static color, right? There's no actual broadcast, because again, there's no people to broadcast stuff, or you just get that static, or even there's nothing, it's just black and white screen, probably there's nothing left. There is no broadcast anymore. It's just weird, I think. You go out from your house, just checking on, your neighbor, just check out your neighbor. There is no one over there, right? And then you took your car, or bike, or whatever, right? You went around the city. You went around the city, right? Just checking out, uh, everywhere, and there is no one anywhere you see, right? um, it's just kind of, terrifying, honestly. Just basically any city is now dead city. Usually you found, lots of people going anywhere, right? But that day, you just go around by yourself, and then, you just watch vehicles parked at the side of the road, maybe in the middle of the road, um you know with no actual people. It's just empty, right? Maybe you find, like, I don't know, wild animal that's not supposed to be there, like maybe a deer in the, in your nearby neighborhood, probably, because there's no one there, right? Therefore the deer can go wherever they want. Just walk through the street, right? You can find them, maybe. um yeah, it's just weird, right? Being the last person, literally the last person on the earth that, to live. You just basically, just you waiting for your time to end, right? Because, just watch this, just watching your time to live on earth going, um you know emptying its hourglass, right? Removing every bit of sand at the top side, right? And yeah, it's actually quite terrifying if you ask me, I think um I think I think the last person to live on earth is still hungry, because you probably don't care about your own health, right? You probably don't care about yourself. You think about anything to fix the situation, right? You try too hard thinking about that, and then you forget about yourself, and suddenly you feel hungry, right? And yeah, I think the last person will feel hungry, which is the title of this video. No joke, I think that's what's gonna happen, because food eventually will run out, right? Starting from your house, your supplies will won't last long, right? And then you're out of food, then you go to your neighbor's house, right? Just get any canned food that they have, or any fridge stuff in their fridge or refrigerator, right? Just taking any bit of meat that they have, right? And eat that, but eventually that will run out, right? And you're just sitting there hungry, right, starving by yourself, knowing that you will be doomed. No matter what you do, you cannot fix the situation of being the last person to live on earth, literally. And yeah, it's quite terrifying, honestly, if you ask me, because it's just something that we never think about, right? Because we always think that that thing will not happen, right? Because the odds of that happening is like very low chance. Therefore, we always neglect about that, right? But it's there, it's possible. If some apocalyptic events happen, and then you becoming the last person to live, you go anywhere, you find no survivor, and at that point, it's just you and yourself, basically, and your inevitable doom, basically, right? As you witness the last person to the last person of your species to die or extinct, right? Which is yourself, right? Yeah, there's just that terrifying. But yeah, I think that will be it for today's discussion. It's a little bit dark, honestly. Although my I write stuff in this color, this green color, but it's actually quite dark. But yeah, there's that. Um, Again, thank you guys so much for watching. What do you think you will do if you are the last person, right? There's nothing you can do to fix it. That's like the absolute ending of your species, right, like what will you do? Tell me down in the comments down below, and while you're down there, make sure to subscribe, to help the channel grow, because it's just me playing games and talk about this in my project, which is 1 year of having discussion of any topics, right? It's like open discussion, because it's basically like podcasts, right? Which is, but this one is short, and I use this mark to write the illustration what I'm actually talking right now, so that it's not just words that you listen, right? Maybe you are the type of person that you can understand by watching, right? And yeah, I just want that, because I am that kind of person also, because usually podcast it something that you listen, right? But I cannot understand what they're saying if they don't have any animation, or their facial expressions, right? Or something to help me understand what they're saying. In this case is drawing, right? And this is stuff that help me, therefore I do this, to help to make it something different, right? And yeah, anyway, I think that will be it for today's discussion. Let's delete this, because I'm uncomfortable with the face that I just drew. But yeah, again, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you again tomorrow with another discussion that is less depressing. Just want to throw this out for you guys, because I really like talking about this stuff. Um, and yeah, thinking stuff that unthinkable basically. And yeah, and try to discuss about it, and also having your feedbacks about that discussion, right? But yeah, anyway, again, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you again tomorrow with another discussion. Stay safe, stay healthy. It's healthy, drink healthy, take care of yourself, and goodbye.